Yo, what is good, YouTube? Dubs here, back with another video, guys, and we have some more breaking news, highlights, notes, and observations from another day here in Carolina. A short little video update for you guys about what's going on in Carolina for Panthers training camp, and I'm going to continue to post these videos, so make sure you guys do me a favor before we jump into all the details of what went on in day 5, I believe it was, for the Carolina Panthers. Hit that like button really quickly just so we can get the video to all the Panthers fans out there that want to be updated with these training camp videos. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I will be covering all of training camp, free agency, any trades, preseason and regular season, as well as streaming games. So if you want to watch some Panthers games with me live throughout the season, make sure you guys join the family. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the Panthers have had some guys really step up in terms of, some guys have been out with injuries, and some guys have really stepped into the role and fit very well. Now, one guy I'm talking about in specifically is Cade Mays. Has been the next man up in terms of Austin Corbett being out with an injury, and we have a lot of guys who are complimenting Cade Mays, saying that he is definitely the early favorite to fill that spot at right guard at the moment. And people are really high on Cade Mays. He's just been doing a very good job getting into the offense and just learning everything and just being on top of everything. Now, Cade Mays is a guy who was a sixth round pick back in 2022 and is really starting to break out here in his second season. Now, we have some quotes here from Taylor Morton, who said, "I think day in and day out, we're continuing to grow our chemistry together. I love all the guys in the room. And even though Austin's not with us right now on the field, he's doing a great job coaching everyone. He's still 100% dialed in." So that's a good part on Austin Corbett. He's not playing, but he is still trying to help. A guy like Cade Mays is very unselfish. Sometimes a guy will be like, well, I don't want to help. I don't want to make him better, because what if he just steals my job? But no, he is not being selfish. He is trying to help out, Cade Mays as he continues to grow and take a leadership role on this offensive line going forward. Now, mine also credited Mays, saying that, and I believe Cade's doing a great job of that next man in mentality, and we're continuing to grow and passing off twists, dominating on combos and in the run block. So it's been great playing with him so far. So obviously they're excited about the growth of Cade Mays, but not only that, but as well as the fact that Austin Corbett is being a leader, even though he's not on the football field right now. So hopefully he can get back sooner rather than later. And then moving on to something else that's been, highly talked about is Brian Burns. We see him a lot in this video wearing number 0. I do believe that's his new number. And, he's going to be demanding a lot of money coming up here soon. But he still looks amazing, man. Just a competitor overall. A guy that can really help get to the quarterback, make some big-time plays. And I don't really want to talk too much about Brian Burns, because we know how good he is, how good he can be, and how good he will continue to be over the next few years here in Carolina. And then another guy who they're really starting to like here in Carolina is what's his name? The defensive tackle, the nose tackle, Marcon McCall. He has been someone that they've been absolutely in love with. He's been making plays, and they've been looking for a nose tackle here for a while to pair up with Derek Brown, and I think they might have just found one, man. McCall has been a guy who's been making plays a lot, man, throughout training camp. Undrafted free agent, I believe, last season, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he looks really good. He's competing with Shy Tuttle right now for that nose tackle position. He looks like he could win it, man. McCall is a guy who I really think that he can win. Frank Wright, the coach, said he is that traditional nose tackle that you're talking about. But the thing about him, Marquand, is he's got some explosive twitch in his body. So he's got some quickness, got some explosiveness, and can really cause some disruption inside. So that's really what we're looking for. And we're looking for it on a consistent basis. That's always a thing you're really mostly looking for from that guy. So that is some great news for a nose tackle going forward. And then one last guy I want to talk about here is Kobe Jones. Kobe Jones is a guy who they have some high hopes for, and he's been standing out as an outside linebacker. Not too sure if he's going to make the 53-man roster, but every single day he continues to improve, continues to get better. He looked good in OTAs, he looked good in minicamp, and now he's starting to flash in training camp, which is something that we love to see for the Carolina Panthers. Oh, and one more note. They also signed Deion Jones and Nick Thurman to their team yesterday. Deion Jones, a great linebacker a couple years ago for Atlanta. Had a couple of down years, but still has great athleticism. Can overall be a disruptor at the linebacker position, which obviously I think the Panthers have a couple of good guys right now in terms of, Shaq Thompson and Frankie Louvu. You also got Brandon Smith, the former 4th-round pick, but I think Deion Jones adds a ton in terms of, depth and a guy who can come in here and just make big plays on, off the field, be a leader. I think this is a big-time addition for them moving forward. But guys, real quick, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, join the family. Like I said, I'm going to be covering the entirety of the offseason, Panthers, or other NFL teams as well. So join the family. Also, check out today's sponsor, Underdog. If you guys play fantasy football and want to throughout the season, daily, weekly drafts with me, make sure you guys use my promo code, which you'll figure out, or here in the next segment. It's in the description. So go check it out. If you guys do sign up, comment down below, and I'll make sure you're in every single one of my drafts that you want to be in throughout the remainder of the season. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.